Alright, let's dive into this preseason matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals, a game that, on paper, might seem like just another exhibition, but trust me, there's a lot more to unpack here. And it all starts with one name, Haynes King. Personally, I think King's performance in this game is the kind of story that makes preseason football fascinating. Here's a guy who wasn't even drafted, yet he's out there in the Hall of Fame game, leading a game-winning drive like it's second nature. What makes this really interesting is how King's college success at Georgia Tech, where he was ACC Player of the Year, didn't translate into draft buzz. It raises a deeper question: do we undervalue players who dominate in certain systems? Or is the NFL just that much harder to crack? Either way, King's 39 rushing yards and that final 5-yard touchdown run? That's the kind of clutch moment that could earn him a roster spot, if not more. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here. This game wasn't about the starters. Bryce Young and the Cardinals' Jacoby Brissett were on the sidelines, but about the backups and the rookies. And in that sense, it felt like a glimpse into the future. Carson Beck, for instance, had a debut that turned heads. In my opinion, Beck's poise under pressure is exactly what the Cardinals need right now. He's a third-round pick, but he played like a first-rounder, completing 15 of 19 passes for 188 yards. What many people don't realize is that Beck's experience at Miami, leading them to the national championship game, gave him a mental toughness that's hard to teach. If you take a step back and think about it, the Cardinals' division is brutal: Seahawks, Rams, 49ers, so having a quarterback who can keep his cool in chaos? That's gold. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Kedon Slovis, another Cardinals QB, came in and threw a 1-yard TD pass to give Arizona the lead late in the game. It's a reminder that in the NFL, depth matters. The Cardinals might not be Super Bowl contenders this year, but they're building something. And Mike LaFleur, their rookie head coach, seems to be fostering a competitive environment where guys like Beck and Slovis can thrive. On the Panthers side, King wasn't the only standout. Anthony Tyus III and Jasim Reed made some clutch catches, which, in my opinion, speaks to the chemistry King is building with his receivers. But what this really suggests is that Carolina's offense has more layers than we thought. Sure, Bryce Young is the starter, and Kenny Pickett is the veteran backup, but King's performance shows that the Panthers have a plan C, and it's not half bad. One thing that immediately stands out is how both teams used this game as a testing ground. The Cardinals sat Jeremiah Love, their number 3 overall pick, which I found fascinating. Why not let him get some reps? Meanwhile, the Panthers were letting King loose, and it paid off. This raises a deeper question: how much should teams prioritize development over winning in the preseason? Personally, I think it's a balance, but games like this show that sometimes, taking a risk on an underdog can pay dividends. And let's not forget the context. This was the Hall of Fame game, with legends like Larry Fitzgerald being honored. Seeing Cardinals players wearing Fitzgerald's number 11 during warm-ups? That's the kind of emotional fuel that can inspire a team. It's a reminder that football isn't just about stats, it's about legacy, respect, and the stories we tell. So, what's the takeaway here? Preseason games are often written off as meaningless, but this one felt different. It was a showcase of young talent, a test of depth, and a reminder that sometimes, the players you least expect can steal the show. If you ask me, Haynes King and Carson Beck are names we'll be hearing a lot more of. And that's what makes this game, and this sport, so damn compelling.